Kia ora, I'm Emma Dent and welcome back to the latest episode of the Video Weekly Diary series. We'll kick things off with our notable events of the week. Last week, Augusta Capital advised the market that it had received a takeover notice for a full takeover by Centuria Capital Group. The offer is to acquire shares that will bring Centuria's holding to 100% at a price of $1 per share. The takeover notice is not a takeover offer. If Centuria proceeds to make a takeover offer, it must do so within the period that begins 14 days and ends 30 days after the release of the notice. Shareholders should be aware that Centuria are not legally obligated to make an offer, and if they do not do so within that period, then their takeover notice will lapse. SkyCity Entertainment Group announced an equity raising as part of a comprehensive funding plan to strengthen its balance sheet and secure additional liquidity in response to the uncertainty around the impacts of COVID-19. The equity raise will occur in two parts. The first part is a $180 million institutional placement, which is underwritten at a price of $2.50 per share. The second part will be a $50 million share purchase plan. Under the share purchase plan, eligible shareholders will be able to apply for up to $50,000 worth of new shares at a discounted price. In conjunction with the equity raising, SkyCity has secured the support of existing lenders by way of covenant waivers/relief, extensions to upcoming debt maturities, and additional debt facilities. On Friday, we saw trading for the rebalance of the S&P NZX indices. Changes of note are that Gentrack moved out of the headline index and were replaced by Napier Port. In Australia, A2 Milk moved into the ASX 50 index, replacing financial services company AMP. Moving on, let's take a look at our weekly recap. The total value traded for the week was $1.2 billion, with 72% of that value traded on market and a trade count of 261,000. The S&P NZX 50 rose 3.2%, closing the week at 11,254. In global markets, the S&P 500 rose 1.8% and the ASX 200 rose 1.6%. Further information on the weekly recap, including the value and volume of the NZX top 10 securities, can be found in the weekly diary. And finally, our week ahead. There are three companies holding their AGMs this week. These are T&G Global Limited, Wellington Drive Technologies, and Kiwi Property Group Limited. On Thursday, there is a special shareholders meeting for AOR, where shareholders will vote on the reverse listing transaction and share consolidation. We are also expecting the following issuers to release either their half or full year financial results this week. These are Motor Trade Finance Limited, Stride Property, Serco, Green Cross Health, and Raycon. Thank you for watching the weekly diary video. Don't forget to check out the weekly diary in the links below for more information. Have a great week.